Welcome to Mark's Moments Video Library. These videos are intended for the exclusive use of our agents here at Realty Executives, Arizona Territory. The videos are designed to be a brief overview of frequently asked questions and topics from our agents. If you are in need of a more in-depth discussion on any of the topics in our video library, please call one of our members of our management team. The information on these videos is intended to be used as a guide, not a substitute for legal advice. Thank you. Hello, I'd like to talk about the Handyman exemption statute for the state of Arizona. Effectively, it states that all work over $1,000, including material labor, must be done by a licensed contractor. That includes a seller, that includes family members, that includes anybody doing the work. If a property is being improved within 12 months of putting it up for sale, then the work must be done by a licensed contractor if it's over $1,000. A handyman can do work up to $1,000 as long as it is of a casual minor nature. So if it's a gas line or electrical panels, then even if it's under $1,000, it must be done by a licensed contractor. If it requires a permit, it must be done by a licensed contractor. Sometimes I get a question, they'll ask, well, the seller, if they own their own home, they can do the work themselves. And the answer is no. Unfortunately, the statute still applies to them, that if they are improving the property with the intent to sell within 12 months, they also must use a licensed contractor. Another question I get sometimes is that, well, the buyer and seller agreed that XYZ company, who's not a contractor, can do the work. Well, two parties cannot agree to break the law, so that's also a violation of the statute. And we can't, as licensees, endorse our buyers or sellers violating the statutes. So we got to be real careful with those because there can be liability attached to those. So if you have work that needs to be done, you want to make sure that somebody is a licensed contractor. The other thing that's very confusing to a lot of us is that I'll hear often that so-and-so is licensed and bonded. If someone's licensed and bonded, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're a contractor. Maybe I could go down to the city of Tucson, I can get a business license and I can say I'm a licensed plumber and I have a bond, but that doesn't make me a licensed plumbing contractor. So you want to be sure when you're using your words in the BINSR to say plumbing contractor, electrical contractor, roofing contractor. You want to make sure that you use the word contractor to make sure that you're getting the right type of repair person. Again, you've got to be careful not to get confused by the phrase licensed and bonded, because licensed and bonded doesn't guarantee that they are a contractor. Although almost all contractors are licensed and bonded, all licensed and bonded individuals are not necessarily contractors. So it gets very confusing. If you have any questions, again, feel free to call somebody in leadership. But the handyman statute is something that we've been seeing the registrar of contractors and ADRE starting to get involved in enforcement. And the enforcement penalties can be pretty steep. So again, feel free to call with any questions. Thank you.